Dragon Force. What's up, guys? GeorgeTheCloud here. My name's Jorge, aka George. Welcome to the channel and welcome to my life. Trying to get over COVID, I think. Bronchitis? I don't know, something. So we're checking out Dragon Force featuring Alissa, White-Gluz. Burning Heart official video. Gluz. What an interesting name. Is that real? Or is that like a artistic? Alright, never heard of this person, so I'm gonna look them up real quick here, see what we can find. So, Alissa White-Gluz is a Canadian singer, best known as the lead vocalist of the Swedish melodic death metal band Arch Enemy, and former lead vocalist and founding member of the Canadian metalcore band The Agonist. Her vocal style includes both growling and clean vocals. She's 39 years old. Alright. Now I'm getting the idea of what we're about to witness here. I have reacted to Dragon Force before. Maybe once? Twice? When was this? Let me double check here with my thing here. 1 year ago. Wow. Time flies. Alright, well, if you guys have more suggestions for Dragon Force, feel free to comment down below and chime in. Oh, we have some information here as well. So Dragon Force is a Grammy-nominated, platinum-selling metal band. For over 20 years, Dragon Force have toured around the world and shared the stage with many amazing bands, including Iron Maiden, Metallica, Megadeth, Halloween, Sabaton, Nightwish, Powerwolf, Amon Amarth, Hammerfall, Amaranthi, Blind Guardian, Stratovarius, Avenged Sevenfold, Five Finger Death Punch, Rhapsody, and many more bands on Nuclear Blast Records, Napalm Records. I have heard of most of these. Man, all these names sound like they come from Vikings. Anyway, we're gonna get right into it. Grab some popcorn, fill up your water, put your headphones on. Let's begin. The effect of this voice. into like a second part. Going back into it. What can I even tell you? First things first, we hit the like. I am subscribed, and I have a link of the original video down in the description below. I don't usually go that deep into metal. Sometimes I get, requests and I do reactions every now and then, but it's not like my favorite genre of music, although I'm not afraid to explore. But DRAGONFORCE is kind of like really, what is it, metalcore that they name. There's so many different genres of music, but they're definitely consistent with their sound. First time I heard of DRAGONFORCE was through the Fire and Flames in Guitar Hero when this was like 20 years ago, and I still hear that in this song. I think in every song that I've reacted to from DRAGONFORCE, I sense the same repetitiveness, and nothing wrong there. I'm just mentioning it in the sense of consistency and that they like to stick to their same style. And it's hard to tell. Maybe they can get away with some things here and there, because who's really gonna be able to tell that much of a difference of like the guitar solos from one song to the other? I mean, if you're like an expert or super into it, then you'll have a better ear for it. But for the common folk, I think it might blend together a little bit. That's just gonna be my only feedback for DRAGONFORCE. Alissa, though, interesting change of voice, right, from a singer to a growler and back to being a singer. This song is so long, 6 minutes, and it's definitely a journey, such as we see here with the visuals. Like, we're going through hell, we're in the volcano, through the valleys, the mountains, heaven, hell. It's a lot, and there's different parts. The second half, what I'm going to call, right, that it starts here, I think, was probably my favorite because there was more sense of melody. I really like, songs that are melodic, that are clearer to understand. So maybe a bit opposite from DRAGONFORCE, because they really go ham with the guitar, with the drums. It's so fast paced and aggressive, in your face, that it's relentless, right? It's like a machine gun. It's an attack. Whereas I think I prefer more, like EDM, electronic music, where you can easily tell, what's going on, the chorus, the melody. But still, I appreciated this part here and how they incorporate different instruments. I think there was something like a synth on here. It brought me back to the 80s a little bit, and I was like, okay, this is interesting. And at the end, we heard keys on a piano. So there's a lot of different instruments. They remind me a bit of Nightwish that we even saw here, in the sense that they are theatrical a bit with the vocals. I'm not sure what the correct term is, but just let me look up Nightwish here. It's metal. What is the term that they use? Symphonic metal. Yes, that's what it is. It's, you hear the symphony, you hear the metal, power metal as well. They collide, but since there's a symphony behind it, I think, you could associate it with a stage, with a theater, and therefore theatrical, the way they sing, like the sequences of the singing. The lyrics, I would say, are a bit cliche, but I guess that's, kind of with the identity of the band. Like, they didn't, it's like they said stuff, but at the end of the day, it's like, what did they say? Right? It's like, I don't know, it was like repetitive. It was like, we're gonna get through this, blah blah blah. It's like, maybe not like the strongest part of the band, maybe a bit filler-ish, if I can say that respectfully. Again, I'm just being honest. I'm describing, this is a real reaction. Real reaction. I do like their sound design, and like I said, incorporating different parts, different instruments, and giving us different sections, because that makes it more interesting, and like, you don't know what's going to happen. It's not that typical structure of a song where it's like, yep, end, right? With DRAGONFORCE, I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I'm gonna give them points for that. And the visuals, just quickly, I think they use the same style that I saw in the previous video, where they're kind of, I don't even know how they're doing this. It's like the space that they are on is a different planet. They're on like Mars, but yet it's believable because they're standing on rocks. I don't know if they did this in like a set, and then the background is like a screen or something, and then they put this filter of like dust flying around and like fire chips. What are those called? Like yeah, whatever. And it actually reminds me of the cover, some of the Guitar Hero covers. Good. Maybe I haven't seen it in a while. But they have this overexposure, I think, and so there's a lot of light coming from behind them. Yeah, I guess a little bit, and there's a lot of red as well. I don't know. I just connect them with Guitar Hero, but I think there may be a connection there. Either way, I think this was very intense, and like I said, I might go back to the song and especially enjoy this part over here, this transition. All right, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Hit the like, subscribe, and at the end, do a flip. Till the next.